So we all welcome you here. And we want to hear today that you will speak to our people, because we are Degar indigenous people of Cambodia, in the northern part of Cambodia. That is in the province of Tung Train, Prachek, and Ratanakri and Lugari. And just before, you already told us about that land, and then you want to give us to live there free with your government if you will be elected as the leader of Cambodia in the future. So you will remember that. So we are very happy for you to come here and to reaffirm your what you said to us at the coalition. And we are now ready to listen from you and what you have to say and what we're going to do to make it concrete and to hold on to that. So when you will be the leader, and then we can enjoy what you will give to our people. That's what many of our people here come to listen to you. So I'll give you permission to speak to the people, so they will hear from you themselves.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends. I'm going to speak in English also. I hope you could translate if necessary, but probably you all understand English, and I see some of our American friends. So speaking in English, we will understand each other properly. First of all, I would like to thank you, all of you, for this very warm welcome. I'm very touched by your hospitality. This welcome moved me deeply. And there are a few of my colleagues from Cambodia working with me in North Carolina for the CNRP Party up to last year, now for the National Rescue Party. I appreciate very much the long friendship that I have, that we entertain between Mr. Kok Ksor and I. We have met many times, frequently, all over the world, in the US, of course, but many times in Europe. And in Europe, we have many common friends, very good friends, who are Democrats, who are defenders of human rights, who share the same ideals as ours. So it's very easy for me to elaborate, to repeat, to open my heart to you, to make you share the feeling of any people, any human being who are entitled to dignity, who are entitled to the right to live freely, to live as human beings, as citizens of a free, democratic country. I want to reaffirm that all of you who were born in Cambodia, all of your children, you are Cambodians like me. the same rights and the same obligations. We will defend our rights, ensure that our rights as citizens of Cambodia will prevail for all of us. But we have the same obligations to free, to liberate our country so that democracy takes root in our country, in Cambodia. I have to be very clear. We all understand this point in a democratic country like the US. But in Cambodia, in authoritarian countries, they don't understand, or they pretend not to understand what democracy is about. Democracy is not only the rule of the majority. Democracy is also the respect for the rights of the minority. I know what I am talking about. As the leader of the opposition in Cambodia, I represent a minority. And we suffer when the people who have the majority don't respect our rights as the minority. There are many other minorities. The women, even though their number is not smaller than the number of men, but because they are the minority in government positions, so their rights have been denied. All minorities have to fight for their rights. Minorities have the right to have the right to be part of the government in the decision making in whatever field that affect their lives. They must be part of that process. They must not be ignored. This is the right of the minority. And also for ethnic minorities. I know what you feel. Because many Cambodians suffer like you. In Vietnam, in South Vietnam, there is a minority, a large minority of Khmer descent. South Vietnam was part of Cambodia. Cambodians there were the first owner of the land. But the Vietnamese moved in over the last 4 centuries. They move in, and we became a minority in our land, in our ancestors' land. And Cambodians in South Vietnam have been oppressed, are still being oppressed. They have to fight to preserve their identity, their culture, their religion, their tradition, their education. As Cambodians, I understand what the Degar mean for their rights in Cambodia, because you are like us in Vietnam. So be assured that what I am saying to you, it's not a promise. It's my right to tell you it's my duty to tell you and to implement what I am telling you, saying again, as I told you a few months ago in this very city of Greensboro. So I'm going to tell you again. As Cambodians, even though belonging to minorities, you have the same rights as any Cambodian. So we will ensure that your rights will be enshrined in the Constitution. The new Constitution of Cambodia will state very clearly what we are saying now, that all minorities, and the minorities will be mentioned by name, the Degar, the Charai, of Stemtreng, of Ratanakiri, of Kreceh, of Mundulkiri. Your right will be stated, clearly stated, and it is the obligation of any government from any political party forever to respect your rights in the near future. Again, let me confirm what are those rights. Simple. The same rights as any Cambodians, regardless of their ethnic group, of their religion, of their culture, of their language. Doesn't important. It is not important. In the family, children can be slightly different, but they have the same rights. So be assured that you will be treated exactly as any Cambodian, any other Cambodian. But I know, I understand your concern. I understand your suffering. So we have to be more specific. First of all, you are people who live on land, your tradition. You are farmers. You have even your specific ways of farming. This is part of your culture. The Cambodian government now don't respect your culture. They take your land. And you are not allowed, you don't have the means to continue to live according to your tradition. They take your land, they destroy the forest, they prevent you from moving from one place to another to live according to your traditions. I promise you that the Constitution, that the new government of Cambodia will give you back your land. Will give you back your forest. Will give you back your mountains. Will give you back your rivers. Will give you back your livelihoods. Will give you back your dignity. Will make you full citizens of Cambodia. Thank you very much. I don't need to say more. We understand each other 100%. But I ask you one thing. Be part of our battle. We have to fight for freedom. Freedom is not free. We have to earn it, to win it, to conquer it, and to maintain it So be part of our battle. I ask all of you, all Khmer of Jerai, of Degar descent, to join our battle to liberate Cambodia. I want to make Cambodia a safe place where all of us can go back, happy to go back, have security, have liberty, have dignity. We will be happy and proud to go back to Cambodia in the near future. I tell you, in this part of the world, even Cambodians will be a minority in their own country if we allow the Vietnamese to move in Cambodia. Vietnamese are moving by hundreds of thousands, nearly millions. This is the way of Vietnam to conquer Cambodia, to destroy Cambodia. Through their settlers, they send settlers. The Vietnamese are doing already that in central Vietnam. It is why the Degar have become minority, because they move the people from the plains up to the hill, up to the mountains, to dilute the population. And they are doing the same thing for all over Cambodia. They have already swallowed Laos, because Laotians are made up of different groups, but the Laotians, they call Lao, have now become minorities in their own land, because the Vietnamese have moved into Laos by the millions. Unfortunately, Laos has no opposition. Nobody protests. The Vietnamese can do whatever they want. But in Cambodia, we will not allow the Vietnamese to swallow Cambodia. Our duty, all of us, is to go back to Cambodia to prevent the Vietnamese from swallowing our land. Are you ready to come? Are you ready to come? We will go back to Cambodia to defend our land, to defend our tradition, to defend our identity. We will not let the Vietnamese kill us. We have a duty, a responsibility. In Cambodia, the Degar, the Degar people, the Cambodian people, they suffer. They are afraid. They live under oppression. They have little information, little education, little means. Difficult for them to resist. But if we join forces with them, you here, you have freedom, you have information, you have education, you have all kinds of skills to help rebuild our country, to help our people, your people, have better living conditions. You have financial means. You can live in an independent manner. In Cambodia, they make the people poorer and poorer in order to better control them through poverty, through hunger, through starvation. They take their land, they destroy their forests, they take the fishing lots, they bring people who exploit the poor, and the poor get poorer and poorer. The vast majority of the people, whether they are Degar, whether they are Khmer,
they get poorer and poorer. And through poverty, the government, the pro-Vietnamese government, control them. They give them money. They buy their conscience. But because people are hungry, they have to think of their stomach first. So this is another way for them to kill us slowly, little by little. But we come from the US, we come from Europe, we come from Australia. We can live decently, independently. We don't need them. They cannot buy us. We will remain independent, true to ourselves, true to our people. This is our force. So we have to go back. One day, the sooner the better, to help protect our people, defend our land for the posterity forever. Last thing, I have talked with Mr. Kok Ksor. I can confirm what is happening in Vietnam, in central Vietnam, in the northeast of Cambodia. The Degar people are victims of a genocide, a silent genocide. I have discussed this topic with a French priest, a Catholic priest. His name is François Ponchot. He knows Cambodia very well. He speaks Khmer like me. He has written many books. He is an expert of Cambodia, very respected. And he said openly, publicly, that the Degar people are victims of a genocide, a silent genocide. Because they are killing your people slowly. A genocide, you don't need to kill people physically immediately. This is the old fashion. But the new fashion is to kill your people slowly by destroying the resources. We can live if we have resources, if we have land, if we have forests, if we have jobs, if the livelihoods are preserved. But they are destroying the resources on which we live, destroying, taking back from you, giving to private companies, to rich people, to people who come from other places. They don't care about your people. They despise your people. They want to get rid of your people to take your land. So, if they take your land, then destroy the forest, they don't give you any opportunity to live and to survive. You will die slowly. It is why we have to file a complaint at the International Criminal Court in The Hague, in Holland. And we are determined, Kok Ksor and I, to collect all the evidence, to hire the lawyers, and those lawyers, they share our concern. They will help us. So we have to start this process. We have to ring the alarm bell. If we don't do anything, if we don't say anything, if we suffer silently, if we cry alone, we will continue to die. So let's ring the alarm bell. Let's start this process. It can only be beneficial because this will be visible. Everybody will know, everybody will start to pay attention because we have evidence. You are the evidence. You are witnesses, victims. Your brother, your sister, your friends, relatives, those who are still in Cambodia, in Vietnam, you have to get in touch with them to collect all the proof, the evidence that your people is victim of a genocide. And the world cannot turn a blind eye. They will turn a blind eye if they don't know. But once we have raised this issue, I think the world will open their eyes, will see, will pay attention, and will defend us. Even though we will not win the case at the court immediately, but the Vietnamese government, the Cambodian government will be informed that something is going on, that the world is watching. So they will refrain from doing too bad things, too cruel, to make you suffer too much. And if they are clever, they will improve your situation so that this case is less visible in South Vietnam. I am talking by experience. The Khmer Kampuchea Crown, the Khmer living in South Vietnam, they are victims of oppression. They kill us slowly, destroying our culture, our tradition, prevent us from teaching our language, speaking our language, practicing our religion, bringing a lot of Vietnamese in our village. And the Vietnamese, they have more rights than us, the master of the land. So the Cambodian people from South Vietnam had to run, to flee Cambodia, South Vietnam to Cambodia. But you in Vietnam, where do you flee? You go to Cambodia, the Cambodian arrest the guy who fled from Vietnam, sent from Vietnam to Cambodia. The Cambodian police arrest them, send them back to Vietnam. They are killed, they are jailed. You know? So this is very unfair. We have to let the whole world know about the silent genocide you suffer from. And because we expose the situation, the world, the whole world, through different procedures, using different mechanisms, the Vietnamese authorities have now relaxed, have now become less cruel, less oppressive. We have more rights. We have not won any case at the court, international court yet. But the very process, the very initiative that we start, make the Vietnamese government aware and feel concerned that they have to do something. So in any case, whether we win, whether we don't win, it can only be beneficial. You will see the effect on your people very quickly. But we have to do something. This is not related to any political party, to any election, no? Because this is a long-term battle. It has to continue for your survival as a people. And I will support. I will use all the means under our control to help. In Cambodia, the opposition, the party that I represent, we control some of the communes, the local government. They don't have much power, but still, they call local government. And in Ratanakiri, there is a commune called Pate commune that the opposition control. We won twice. Normally, when we won once, the Cambodian government will use all means to take the control back from us. But last year, the Cambodian government did not succeed. It was controlled by my party. It's still under the control of my party in the middle of Ratanakiri, in the Jarai people. And the chief of the commune is a Jarai. The village is Jarai. All the Jarai there vote for Sam Rainsy. So please help disseminate this message. Tell your people to be brave. Tell your people not to sell their conscience. If the Cambodian government give you some money, some salt, in the northeast, salt is very precious. Sometimes they take land from people in exchange for salt. Very unfair. So please send them, help them to have salt, and don't sell their soul to those who are killing you. Call them on the phone. Call them in any way. Send them message. Resist. We have to resist for your survival. Join force with the opposition, with our party is called National Rescue Party, in order to rescue all Cambodians, including the Jarai in Cambodia. So, thank you very much. We are part of the same battle, and we will win together in the near future because we are fighting for the right cause. Thank you.